Hey guys, welcome to the New Life Collective, where we speak all things spiritual, self-help and self-improvement. My name is William O'Sullivan, and today what I wanted to talk about would have to be the tribulations we go through, and the lessons we learn are very important, but there's also something that we need to do once we grasp the concept of that lesson. It's pulling ourselves out of that negative mindset that we may be in. Once the lesson's complete, and we've learned what we need to learn, we still need to recover and heal. You see, there's something that happens once, every time we go through these things, there's something that we feel as if worked in the past, but we sort of think that it didn't work in the long term because, we seem to go back to where we were, and that's the mindset we're in, of course, and that's 100% like human instinct to think that. But there's something that happens, like a spark that we latch onto each time, and it could be different each time. Whatever works for you to pull yourself out of that mindset that you're in after the lesson. And no matter what it is, we sort of feel, me personally, I feel as if it didn't work in the past, because that I've always ended up back in that same situation where when I'm feeling down or depressed or anxious about whatever happened. But the thing is, thinking back to it, it did work. And, everyone has something like that that we can our go to for pulling ourselves out of whatever's going on in our minds. So if you just have a think about it for a second, what worked for you in the past that you sort of feel as if didn't work in the long run, whatever that may be, that's like a muscle that we need to build on. And, if you latch onto that once again, if you're feeling down right now and you latch onto that whatever it was that pulled you out of it before, you'll learn that it did actually, in fact, work. And as I said, it's a muscle. So whatever scenario or tribulations that we may go through, we can always call upon that ability that we have to pull ourselves out of it. And it could be different for everyone. So for me, it's letting go. Letting go and allowing myself to trust whatever is to come. And I find that doing this it's a lesson that I need to learn to build my resilience to whatever situation or scenario I'm going in. And I do strongly believe that it is something that we can all work on. And, as I've spoken before, it's like a rotor. These cycles that we go through are like a rotor that's damaged. And once we click over that thing, it's a lot harder to... it's not harder, it's a lot quicker each time to smooth out that rotor and get back to our normal lives and feeling 100% again. You see, if we remove that little notch in the rotor, we're going to have a lot smoother ride with the brakes. If you know what I mean, what a rotor is, it's like a disc where our brakes go on in the car. And, if we remove that notch through building on that strength of whatever it is that we use to pull ourselves out of a negative mindset, then we're more likely to be in a better, more positive attitude more regularly and fluently throughout our lives. You see, everyone has a go-to for this sort of thing, and it is a strength building exercise. So whatever it may be for you, just remember that it did work for you. It's just not the simple fact that it worked in the long run. It's just a muscle that we need to build. Now, whatever that may be, I strongly encourage you to meditate on it or think back to what it could be, because it could be something different each time, but the fact of the matter is it did pull us out of it. And to be in a more clear and more positive mindset throughout life, we can build on that muscle and do it even when we don't need to do it, even if it's not too late, where the emotions haven't taken over us, we can still build on that muscle. And it's like something that comes naturally once you grasp the concept of it. And I mean, positive mindsets are something that I always talk about. And, it can be hard in those situations to think positively. It's just a simple fact. But if you have that go-to, that click, if you will, on what to do when you're feeling down, then you're going to be able to pull yourself out of it and, build that muscle and let that rotor be clear and smooth, and allow yourself to have a smoother run throughout life. And that's my thought of the day. So without further ado, if you liked the video, remember to subscribe, and my link in the bio for koji.com has all my resources, my Facebook page, Udemy, and whatever else it is that I do online is all in my link in the bio if you want to check it out. I do quotes on Facebook and whatnot, and I also teach on Udemy. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.